start off with like this crazy like opening, and there's lights everywhere, and then there's like, you know, the guitarists that look like Alice Cooper, and they're all like, yeah, we're rocking out, and they've all got like the black hair, and they're all like, you know, doing the thing, and this one guy had like the you know that guitar that like goes like this, you know what I'm talking about?
The flying V?
Yes, the flying V guitars. One guy had one of those, and it was so cool. And then it like stopped, and then there was this like big fat black guy that came out, and he was like telling this Christmas story, and you were like, what the fuck, where did that come from? Because they weren't playing Christmas music when they entered the stage. So this black guy tells this big Christmas story, and then this like opera singer comes on stage and like starts singing, and then switches to like his rock voice, and then like switches back to like singing opera, and like I was like, this is so weird. And then they started like the rock and the violinists and stuff. They were all like, you know, playing the violin, like banging their heads and shit. Like they started playing like Christmas music, and then they would start playing some like hardcore rock song, and then they would switch back to the Christmas music, and it would kind of just like mesh together so that it sort of sounded like one song, except really it was just a bunch of different songs. And then the black guy would come back on stage, and he would like say some other story or something, and like black guy was probably the best part of the whole show because he had like such a cool like storytelling voice. It was like all those really awesome voices that you hear in movies and stuff. So then he would come back on stage, and then they would go back into some like rock laser show or something, and then some like singer would come on stage and do like some opera movement, and then they would have like some classical violin, and then they would have like another Christmas story. And it just like mixed all together to make the weirdest concert you've ever seen in your life. And when they got to like near the end, there was just like fire blowing out of everywhere, and they had like I felt really bad because anytime the fire went off, I was hot, and I was sitting at the back, or like at the back of the front area, you know what I'm talking about, because it's like in an arena. So I was sitting at the back of the front area, and I was like boiling. I felt so bad for them. But anyways, so they had the fire going on, and then the violinist and a singer came back, and the singer started singing the Queen of the Night, even though she's not a classically trained singer, and it was really weird. And then she was running and singing the Queen of the Night, which was like the most impossible thing to do ever. And then the violinist and the guitarist both like ran back to where the singer was singing, and then this like a bunch of like ice or whatever, that stuff that like helps you lift a rocket, like all went off and like blew up this like contraption that was attached to the roof somehow, but like I guess like the icy stuff was for special effects or something along those lines, and like help push it up and stuff. And then all they did was just like play the violin and the guitar while in midair, and it was supposedly really cool, and everyone was all like, whoa, this is so awesome. And then it went back down, and they had to be like hooked up, so this like tech guy came up and like unhooked them, and then ran away, and then the violinist just like ran backstage while like rocking her head and like playing the violin. It was so crazy. Craziest concert I've ever seen. Melissa said it was the most random concert she's ever seen. There's also this woman who sang like Mariah Carey. I don't know why, but it was somehow mixed together, and it kind of fit but not really. It was really awesome.